Good morning. Let's talk about Garcia. This is what's going on Twitter today. Everybody is talking about Garcia. This guy is deported to his home country by immigration, and in the Democrat Congress and the liberal media is basically saying that this guy is a U.S. man from Maryland deported to foreign country. That's without his permission. He's kidnapped, something to that effect. But reality, I'm going to show you what I find. That this guy was from his country that he was deported to. He arrived here about 15 years ago, entered the country illegally with his family, and then this is a court record that I found. I'm going to show you how you can get to these things. You can read the whole thing later. I also found something similar, news article. Let's see the news articles. Yeah, this one right here, and this coverage also explain exactly how he come to United States, what happened to his family, his immigration cases. I want to first explain, when someone come to immigrate, come to live in the United States as a refugee, or you have a fear, you are applying for asylum because you think you cannot live in your country and the government, your country, not able to protect you, your family, because of some other forces within the country that make it impossible for you to live anywhere in your country as a result. And this is what he was claiming, and his claim is rejected by the immigration court. And then he appealed with his lawyer. This is back in 15 years ago. And he appealed from the immigration court to the Board of Immigration. That's a higher court. Board of Immigration also found that his story about the gangs going after his family businesses, threatening to rape his sisters, kill his family, and the story that he told and this family telling the immigration they didn't find it credible. They found that the story is not true, and so they denied his immigration claim. That means in his case is dismissed. He cannot stay in the United States, but they give him a withholding of removal. Withholding of removal to his country. That basically means that his country, there are some element of gangs going on, a lot of gangs, and so because he say that he fear this is a guy's picture, and they basically give him stop the government from deporting him to his country. That's his country, El Salvador. That's his country. So the court say you cannot deport him to that country, but you can deport him to his country. I mean, any other country. So when you get the order from the immigration court, basically what happened is the court will write something like the court will write they will found that he is removable, so they will order the guy is removed, and then in the bottom it will say removal withheld, withholding of removal is granted, and then and then it will say a condition. The condition is normally, let's say his government, his country, get rid of the gangs issue in his country, and the government take control of the country completely, or to some extent where the area where people can live safely. Because remember, the country is huge. Gang cannot be everywhere, and the government have control of most of the countries. Imagine you say you have issue with some people in Illinois or in New York. Because of the fear of that people, you're applying for asylum to another country. Let's say you're applying asylum to China or to other country. The court will tell you that because the country is so huge, your country is so huge, United States is so huge, you can simply avoid going to Chicago and live in every other state peacefully, because the other states government have control of their area, and they did not forfeit the rights to the gangs. Like every other citizen, you can live peacefully, safely, and that's kind of the vibe when the court rule giving you withholding of removal means that you really don't have a status. You don't have a legal status in the United States. You can never get a permanent resident. You can never get a citizenship, and your only status is that you can stay in the United States. You can work, and the government, United States, at any time they can remove you to any other country other than your country where the judge giving you withholding of removal from. The judges did not say you cannot be removed to any other country. It just says, okay, you're afraid to go to this country, your country, you cannot, the government cannot report you to that country unless the condition of that country, of your country, changed. And the government can report you to any other country. But that's the main thing. And then what I found is, let's read this article. If you read this article, and just go to the initial charges, okay. 2019, transportation officials say he was deported last month based on 2019. In 2019, when he was arrested, he was arrested with a bunch of other people, and they're waiting for work. You know how people go to the corner, and then that's where everybody goes to pick up the workers from this town. That's kind of like a known area where people wait for work, daily labor. That's kind of where they're waiting, in the parking lot. And the police arrest a bunch of them. They found drugs. And some of the people, because he has the tattoos, gang tattoos or whatever that is, some of the people that were get arrested with him told the police that he was one of the gang members, MS-13 gang members, and they provided some information, some evidence to the police. As a result of that case, the immigration, the state police, that state, Maryland, give him to the immigration police, to the ICE. The ICE pick him up, put him into removal proceeding. Basically, they want to throw him out of the country. He doesn't have a legal status in the country. He is a gang member, according to the information that was given to the police. So that's normal. That's what happens when you're in a foreign country and there's an allegation of gang membership, and and the court, remember this two court. I think that's the lower court found that the story of gang membership credible, so they order that he can be removed. They also deny him all the immigration benefit. He cannot apply for refugee status. They denied him because his country, the safety prosecutions issue that he's telling to the court about the wars, the fear that he cannot live with in his country. The court found this story incredible, not credible, did not believe him. So they reject his application for asylum. They reject his application for cancellation of removal, and they also reject his claims of fear. And they only give him the lower court actually reject everything. They basically found that he can be deported, and then he appealed the case to the higher court, which is a court of appeal. That court found that agree with the lower court in everything. Other than that, they give him a withholding of removal to his home country. So it's basically saying that he cannot be deported to his home country because of the fear that he claims from the gangs. Basically, the government is saying, okay, the story that he's saying may be true. Remember, cat relief or withholding of removal is the bare minimum requirement. It doesn't require a lot of evidence. It's like a probable cause. When the police stop people, they only need a small amount of information to check you out, to search you. If someone say you have a gun, even though you have no gun, really the police they will believe that person and search you for the fear, just to be on the safe side, so they're not gonna get shot. And they will search you, and if somebody says, there is a bomb inside this building, the police will they're gonna take that word and search the building, just to be on the safe side, and stuff like that. That's what it is. For someone to qualify for a CAT or a conviction against torture claims, which is what this is, and withholding of removal is a bare minimum in immigration claims of benefit. What I'm saying benefit, I'm talking about when someone come to stay in the United States. That's what the benefit is. They can do it through all kind of different categories: asylum, withholding of removal, through employment, through visas, through all sorts of things. But his case is the court reject everything other than withholding of removal. Withholding of removal is a worst status you can get. You cannot ever become a citizen with that status. You can never apply for green card. You can only work and live in the United States, and if you cannot also leave the country. For example, if you wanted to go and visit another country, you cannot allow to be back into the United States because you don't have any status. I will encourage you to look into these things when you get a chance. So on this one, let's read this article. Then I'm gonna go back to that court article, and then we'll conclude the video. Just go back to where he was found. He was how he came in contact with the police, and So it's likely face prosecution. So he applied for a immigration judge. She'll basically give him that status to shield him from deportation to El Salvador, because he likely faced prosecution by the local gangs that had terrorized his family. And then his case continued in the United States court. Let's see. I want to go and see where they talk about his contact with the police, about the claim of the gang membership. He was born, according to his immigration case, when he was 12, the gang threatened to take him away into his father, pay ransom money. They watch all of his family as he walked to and from school, and the family moved away, but the gang threatening to rape and kill his sister. So this is a story that he's telling to the court to get asylum, to get a refugee status, or to have ability to stay in the United States. This is normally what happens when someone comes into the United States, because they're not from the country. This happens to everywhere. If you let's try to go to any other country. If you're in the United States, you will not be allowed to stay there, because every country is like a personal homes. You have to have some sort of convince that country to allow you to live there, to get a legal status. Most country will not allow you. It's the same thing as what's happening with the United States. The United States is actually the most relaxed country that would give you a asylum. You just come up with all kinds of stories, but most countries will not allow you to, unless there is a really war going on that everybody can see. Even that is, as long as there is a space where you can live safely away from the fighting, they will not allow you to come into their country because of the war. So let's continue to see. I want to see where the police is getting information from the gangs, and how that is the only reason. That is the only reason actually why he lost his immigration case. The claim of a membership to the gangs, the drug they found, and the bunch of people that got arrested with him that say he was a member of the MS-13. And then he went through all the immigration court. He lost his case, and then the court found him removed, and then give him withholding of removal. And then the Trump administration grab him and remove him to his country. And that is an issue, because it becomes only an issue because the judge ordered that he cannot be removed to his country. They could have easily, Trump administration or America government could have easily avoided this issue by removing him to another country, not his country. That's what all this this talk is about. So let's see. So he left his country in 2011, illegally entered the United States, and then he turned 16 according to the document filed in the immigration court. He joined the CSIR, now U.S. citizen, Maryland, found work in constructions, 5 years, Garcia meet Jennifer, so he married some woman. And then this is 2019, Garcia went to the Home Depot looking for work, when he was arrested by the county police. And according to the court file, and detective asked if he was a gang member. Of course, he's not gonna say he's a gang member. Yes, I'm a gang member. MS-13, big shot. Of course, he's not gonna say he's a gang member. I'm just amazed. The police will ask you, "Are you a gang member?" What do they expect? And then, of course, he say he's not a gang member. Later, after explaining that he was not, he was detained by immigration and custom enforcement. Garcia later told immigration judge that he would seek asylum and asked to be released. And Shaw was 5 months into and U.S. Custom Enforcement, however, alleged that he was a certified gang member based on information that come from the confidential informant used by the county police records. According to the Garcia attorney in his current case, immigration informant had alleged that Garcia belonged to MS-13 in New York, even though Garcia never lived in New York. Probably was enough for immigration judge. So because of that information, immigration judge denied to give him a relief or benefit that he was applying for to become a resident in the United States, to get a permanent resident or become a United States citizen, to pursue United States citizen. According to the Maryland, he married some woman, and so in October 2019, immigration judge denied Garcia asylum requested, but granted him protection under conviction against torture from being deported back to El Salvador because of well-founded fear and the gang prosecution. According to the case, he was released, and ICE did not appeal. Garcia checked in with immigration yearly while so when you get a status, when you get a just probational status, which is what withholding of removal. Withholding of removal is a probational status. That means it comes with the conditions, and one of the conditions is you have to check with immigration whatever time frame that they give you. It could be 6 months. You have to check in with them every 6 months. You have to check in with yearly. You can get a work permit to work in the United States, but you cannot leave the United States. If you left, let's say you go to Canada or any other country, you can't come back, because that's like a self-deportation. You deport yourself. You have no legal status in the United States. So you can't, if you leave, you can't come back, and you can never apply for green card or citizenship. Even if you married a U.S. citizen, at least your status changed. So Garcia checking with immigration. Homeland Security issued him a work permit. His attorney said court filed, he joined the union and was employed full-time as a sheet metal. And here we go. And then so this basically that's what it is. And let's go back to this case right here. So this is this is what they filed April 6th. He was arrested. So when you are on when the immigration judge ordered immigrant removed, and then removed, right? And then they give you withholding of removal from that country. Basically, you are removed, that's first. Second, the government cannot remove you to your home country because you claim you cannot go back to that country. There is a fear of prosecution. You have proven your case in court that the government cannot send you to your home country. So they can't send you to your home country, but they can send you to any other country. So if immigration pick you up, they're gonna see that information in their system. So if immigration have a country, any country in the world that will accept people from the United States, they can deport you to that country. You see what I'm saying? So when they come in contact with him on this day, they arrested him and remove him, but they made a mistake. They removed him to his home country. He already have withholding order. The judge already give him withholding of removal to his home country. But the ICE decided to remove him to his home country. That is the only mistake that's going on. Other than that, he is technically already removed. Yes, the order was removed. Removal order is more than 6 years ago with an immigration case in immigration court. So that is a done deal. The only disagreement is he should not be removed to the country to his home country because the judge found well-founded fear that he cannot be removed to his home country, and that the ICE remove him to his home country, and his home country put him in jail, which is that's where he is. So now the court is telling the U.S. government, you have to take him back to United States, and the guy's home country is basically saying they're not going to return him to United States. That's kind of where we are. And this is a long agreement. So basically, this was filed by his lawyer, the Garcia's lawyer, and this is what the order from the judge is. The judge is basically saying, kind of going over the fact that yes, he was given status to stay in the United States temporarily. That's what withholding is. And then that the United States remove him to his home country, which is a mistake. And the government, United States, need to do something to get him out of his home country. The only reason why this has become an issue is because of the first order that says he cannot be deported back to his country. And only thing that American government need to do is to move him to another country. That's all there is if they are following this court and judge order. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to read the whole thing. This is like a 50 pages long, but I'm gonna show you the apps. This app is amazing app. So basically, you go on there. It's going to show you all the different cases. You can even see your own cases if you have cases with the state, federal, not the state, but the federal appeal cases, like a state Supreme Court, state appeal cases. You can find on here. So I'm going to show you the apps. This is the app. The name of the app. This is the name of the app. This is Safe Past Case. Download this app. Fast Case, and then type in whatever case you want. Let's say you want to look for let's say you want to look for anything, jurisdiction, the date, you can pick up the date from which 1999 to today, whatever, and then the jurisdiction, basically all the United States court, federal, district, bankruptcy, all state. And this is amazing app. I encourage you to download it if you can. So again, this is how I found some of the cases. And go on here. The app is called Fast Case. It's on Google Play. Stay tuned. Feel free to follow me, and I will talk to you guys later.